I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to another CTA production. Today is August 5th, Wednesday, 2026. Hope you had a good day today. We discussed yesterday that it would be a high probability of a possible shakeout. Low expectation. We've already moved a lot. We understand that the market might slow down a little bit. In general speaking, the weekly range has already been printed. So I talked about coming back here for inside this 4 hour, and this is a 1 hour. Oh yeah, this is the 4 hour. Yeah, I have it on the 4 hour. So coming into this 4 hour here, and then popping up, right? So the main goal was that inefficiency. I talked about it on the daily right there. You see these equal highs with the daily, that inefficiency that was left on my chart. We hit that perfectly today. You can't make this shit up. I mean, I'm telling you the day before. But the way they did it is they're going to dangle that carrot and not go all the way up. Why? Why is that? Well, because of two reasons. Multiple reasons, really. Two reasons. One, the guys that are holding the bag to go above here. Number one. Number two, the new buyers that are above here, which is above this swing here. So they're all in trying to go gung-ho, and we also know that S&P and Dow has already made new all-time highs. So they're pumping the brakes on purpose, right? And this is very common. It's very logical. You got to take profit. And we targeted right to it. I mean, just beautiful. So you'll see that we fanned out here and we speakered. Okay, so instead of it, I talked about it pulling back in. This is a 1 hour. Let me go to a 4 hour. So as you can see, we're now tapping in it. Not now, but we now tapped in. Let me zoom in for you. See that speaker? See that? So look on the 15-minute as well, right? When you get these drives, so that was drive one, and we sold off yesterday. So we did that. We pulled in, right? But that was still that 4 hour candle. And then the open, notice how it doesn't have a, it only offered buying here. So it gapped down and pushed up. Then they create all these equal lows here, okay? So this is very common when A, running out of steam, B, transitioning, and so on, because of the fact that we've pushed up a lot. So look at the drive. 1, 2, 3. Right to my fucking level, boy. I mean, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can't make it up. And we're inside. Let me zoom in here. Okay. Oh, shit. What did I do? Oh, my God. I hate when they do that. I don't know why they do that. Oh, my God. I didn't, do that. Why is it doing that? I guess it's moving it to another pane. Yeah, and I don't like all these gaps right here because I'll explain that in a second. Real quick. So that was the inefficiency from that high to that open close. Okay, and what did we do? We went right inside that. That's a rejection wick. That's the highest body candle there. So we went into it and we rejected. Why? Because everyone is buying and holding to go above it. Oh, quiet, we're going above it. Breakout traders, so on, so on. Nope. Let me squeeze this out. See this? Real smooth. I mean, real. This isn't, again. You might be tired of hearing it. It's experience, but the thing is that it is, because I'm talking about going to this level. That was inefficient, but we have a shakeout here, okay? And then again, we have the midnight level here. It'll make sense in a second. Well, the midnight level, you have a origin high, low, highs, and then coming back for a speaker on this side. Why is this not? This is too shallow because it's shallow. All right, it would be a speaker would be coming a symmetrical sort of swing. But where do you gauge the symmetrical swing? Well, sometimes you could use this internal high and low that they used, the midnight level. You ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. You ready for the fire, buddy? Here it is. I'm going to put the high here. and I'm going to put it on the 50% on the midnight level, which is this green line right there. I'll put it on the, I'm gonna put it on the midnight level on the 50%. So it'll be oh, you don't motherfucking say. Yeah, I know. Okay, we're gonna do I'll just do this one. Okay, so that high of the New York session and the 50% is a full standard deviation. Look at the low of the day. I mean, they're coming maybe for another one. I don't know. I don't care. But notice the low of the day is right there. You think that's random? Oh, it's just random. My buyers and sellers, they were able to shake it out and make it a fucking the low of the day right there, right? I'm using the midnight level. That's an algorithmic time frame. Okay? So how far can it go down here? That would be showing you, on the downside. Plus, it's so much to say, but knocking this up here. Okay, let's get to the chart here. Okay, real quick. So you see what's going on. Okay, you can see that we pushed up a lot with the drives, and it's pretty obvious. But when we push up here, get this little bullshit movement here, and then you get to 930. It's already speaking out, right? So it's already speaking out right there, right? We come in, we seal the opening range gap, right? And then this is how I get the buy to up here. Because yes, we're bullish, and yes, I know that this easy liquidity is here, but I know that psychologically, at this time, we're here. Everyone wants to short it because they haven't been getting money longing, and they're constantly married to shorting, and they want to come and get these lows or come underneath. That's why they'll go up first. So when they came down here and they sealed it, it's better on the 15 second. I'll show you how I got it. But or forget what I do. The trade today, okay, in my eyes, is this. So you're letting the speaker out, okay, and it sinks down here and it seals. We get this. This is a 15 second though. So we have this imbalance right here that I don't have it highlighted. I have the 1 minute, the whole inversion. But then you get this candle here, pops up, and then it retraces. I'm literally waiting while it popped up. I'm waiting for it to retrace back into this imbalance. As it's coming down, I push buy. And if you look at the coupled logic here, you'll see that the 50% of the opening range gap is here, and then we bust through it and we come back, right? So we're tagging this 8th level here, and then I'm inside this bullish imbalance. This is a balanced price range, and this is a reversal, sort of, all that, and it closes above this candle. This one, not this one, this one. So this is kind of like that first higher low, even though this one really is the first higher low. This is really muddy, and I'm not confident in buying this. But I know this agenda is not met. And yes, I understand the big figure level is up here, the 30,191. I know that. But that's also, remember, to the left here, we have those equal highs, right? So my main goal is getting up into here. All right. So anyways, as you can see, we end up higher and higher lowing. The finale there. Let me go back to a 1 minute. just fire. Just fucking fire, dude. And then we pop in. And then guess what? We come into this imbalance right here. We pop up and we fail. Now, right now, I know I'm in that rejection wick. And I know everybody wants to come in there, including me. And then I say, oh, no, sir. This is when they slip the rug and they come for all this. Okay? So it's a logic. It's a narrative. It is just an understanding that like greed sets in. Like, oh, I want to keep going. No, dude. And then we're tagging this 128th here. Okay? And then we're constantly hitting the bodies. Look at the bodies just stopping kind of there. reaching to that inefficiency that I mentioned. And then we're at a 2 to 2.5. Okay? So we're at a logical place for it to technically really go through or really reverse. And you might, that's not very helpful. It is, because did it fucking keep going through? No. So it struggles. So wait a minute. Here's some more clues. Okay, well this should have pushed it through. It comes back against it. So right there, you already got high resistance. You already got it. This is fucking dirty. You don't want to be really a part of that if you're buying. You don't want to see this if you're buying. This price action here. See how we broke lower? Okay. So then we pop up again. Real tough. Stops at that fucking 128th again. Okay? And then what does it do? Sinks all the way down here. This you should have not seen. This you should have not seen. We should have made a new high. So if it becomes a buy, sell, buy, all right, and this was just a shakeout initially, okay, we should have continued follow through. This 10 o'clock candle, okay, 10 o'clock candle, which is now up here, you should never see it come down here, and especially the next one, this 1001, right? That's it. It's over with. Like, I'm already looking for sells. How can I be involved? Well, you could have sold here as soon as it ran through. Because, again, if this is a bullish imbalance right here, the one I'm even drawing here, this fucking 957, you want to see it stay empty before you take out that high. That would show strength, right? So then this next candle, this 959 comes in and closes here. Okay, so far it looked good, but then gets to look at the 10 o'clock. Boom. As soon as it crosses that 50% of this wick, that's not an order block. That's not a down candle. That's not a holding price. Is it? No, it's failing. Immediately you could push sell here. If not, where's your next entry? Well, you could sell below that low. This candle here, but wait for confirmation. Here's an inversion, and then it closes. You can enter here, stop loss here, and you could be targeting lows. Now, what do? They ran through deep. Now, this is already over with. This ain't bullish. This is coming back down. It's a break of structure. I'll draw the structure. So I make videos long. We'll just look at it like this. And then this is kind of like your internal break first, and then a lower high. So then, boom, you get another lower low. That's a lower high. And then you go, oh, I can see that. Okay. So internally here, you'll see that you do have a break here. And notice these are all lower highs right here. These two guys right here. See that? So it's exhausted and it's hit its mark. All right, that's an algorithmic agenda. It said, hey guys, we need to come up and we're going to seal that, but we're not going to go above that rejection wick here, and we're not going to take out those highs. That's it. We're going to stop, and we're going to come back down for the higher lows here built, and to get back into here. That I was saying yesterday that we would want to come into this 4-hour candle when it just finished getting created. Remember? We were inside the 2 p.m. candle, 4-hour. So logically, I want to see it come in. I gave an idea of coming in down into here, and that can still possibly happen. And it's more of a reason as we're making a new low. We should have already we should have swept and then came back for a mean reversion, go on the top side. We didn't get none of that. This is showing weakness, right? But anyways, the flow here as we're coming back up, you're saying, okay, where can I been a part of the sell? Well, I understand I could draw a bearish imbalance right here, but it's just too muddy for me. I didn't need it. And then I saw, and here too, this one. I could draw a bearish imbalance right here, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to use this one. Notice how we come up, we tag it, bing, the bullish inversion. And yes, this is the first imbalance here. So when they snap like this, okay, then the 930, they could have went through, but they did not. They closed below, back. Okay, so it comes back up 1, 2, and a failed drive. So this, look at the bodies holding the price. The inversion is holding the bodies, We're peaking outside, yes, and that's why I could draw a bearish imbalance here, but I'm not going to do it because I didn't need that. Because I understand the drift here is that it's holding here. It's just a lower high. Looking all tough, okay? Breaks lower, comes outside, takes out that low, not that guy. The agenda is still not done. Retraces deep back into what? Another lower fucking high. Sweeping the 930, hitting this first imbalance as well. Who cares? And this was what really mattered here. All right, that bearish imbalance. We broke right through to the tick on the high, rejects. You're going for a new low, drives down. Okay? And why? Why did I say I want to come down? Besides it being a speaker. Okay? Possible reversal. This is a consolidation, and if it reverses, it has to raid and come back in. If it's reversing. So you're getting that price action here. It should have been gone. Okay? It was not. So, looking more into the depth of this, you'll see the body stopping here at the 25% of the opening range gap, this level, 25%. This top 25%. And what's coupled with that right there? What's next to that 25%? Yeah. My 128th right there. See that? Body stopping dead at its tracks right there. See that? So, where am I going lower? Oh, this is what I meant to say. Right here. This boy right here. So when I'm selling here, what's my point? Well, I'm obviously going to go for these lows here and the midnight level. That's like goes without saying. So I'm circling the high of it. So what am I circling? The low of it. Of the low of what? That's a gap. That's inefficient price. They made a mistake. Maybe they didn't think you'd see it. See that? See how we close right here? This 6:59. That's the 7 o'clock open. That's when the New York session starts. And notice how it shoots right off. Okay, but that's an algorithm doing that, shooting up, and then they made a mistake. They made a gap. There's no price action in between 6:59 and 7 o'clock. I'm being very specific. So what I do, I'm attacking that. Boom, right there. So comes in. You get some drives down. Where's the next target or the next trade? Remember, also we have the 16th level here, right there, and it's right. Let me show you something. Notice how the 16th level and the 128th, these two levels that I got on my grid. Look where the daily gap is. You think the daily gap is created in between those two levels by coincidence? There's no fucking way. Look at these pussies at the end. See that? So that is also another level I'm coming to. And then outside of the gap. Why? Because I just told you about that not offering fair delivery when it gapped down and just pushed straight up. There's no selling offered. Right? Yeah, you have some pricing to the left, but when it gapped, it's still the new part of the day. And then we're selling off using it as resistance. Pretty clear that they're using that. But let me go back into this. That's the reason why. Now there is, in my screenshot, I had it done a couple ways. But I'm projecting this whole thing right here. So low, a higher low to a higher high, and then a break here. Lower low here. So I'm measuring that, and we're into that 101.5, which we are there now, right? We're inside it now. Okay, I can't even fucking put it on the screen. But here, I want to go to another target once. So look at this. I mean, obviously, when you come underneath here, this is a break. This is a high probability breakout imbalance, I call it. Okay, because it's the imbalance that gets created after a breakout level. Plus, algorithmically, you can see that obviously we have the settlement here, right? So it's setting right fucking on it. I mean, I don't know how clear can you be, but do you notice the settlement level is the exact same level as my 16th right here? Do you see it? I'm sorry, 64th, sorry. So 32, 16th, in the middle is 64th, and it's on the same level. Dude, that's, come on, buddy. Boom, we tag it perfectly. That's another sell. Boom, sell it, sells off, drives, boom, tag it again, body stopping at the midnight in a sense, but we're using this high probability bearish imbalance, bro. Okay, I should have dragged it. This. Close, 9:15, open, 9:15. Oh. It was supposed to be like that. All right. Whatever. Tagging the low here and then fanning. All right, that's bearish. Fanning here. And then coming outside of the gap here, obviously, with that unfair delivery there. And then I've already talked about the range from high, from midnight to here is that low. Was not the low of the day now, obviously, but coupled with this 101.5, and I am circling literally the 64th here, and the 32. So that's I'm sorry, what am I saying? 128 here level. That's a 32. That's a 16th, 64th, and then in between 64 and 128 comes right in, sweeps right above that gap, daily gap, because people are making decisions above and below it. So that's why they came back to it here, because they know we're bullish and they're using this as support. And them coming up in here and then falling short here. You can see the body. Look at the bodies tapering on my level that no one knows about. And then that's just for good measure. And then obviously we're bullshitting here the rest of the day. Thank God I'm not a part of this bullshit. But you can see directly selling off, coming right back, selling it again, and still in this vicinity. But this is just very high probability. So if we're bullish, we'll be buying from here. If we're bearish more, then I would say we're gonna probably come into here. So now I'm using this whole leg here, and then I also was using this just the up candles. I'll fix it. Hold on, I know it's muddy here. So I'm measuring. So this is kind of like the last push up, even though this is, but we break and then we come in. So I'm using these last two candles, and then you can see 3.5 to 4 is outside of this gap. So this is why I also was doing that. But on the macro level here, I'm not macro level, but on the higher swing. So coming in, just beautiful, dude. Just that's experience. It really is. I mean, I don't know. I know you don't want to hear that. Maybe some people don't want to hear that, but it is. These are decisions that were made here that are very, very smart, because everyone wants to fucking go above it. But notice, I'm gonna delete this now. Okay, and this was the same idea. So you gotta notice these little details. And then if I oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's because I didn't move it over. I do that all the time. So here, just a little bit of work, not much, but all right. So we got higher lows here. We're pushing up. We got a continuation divergence right there. Lower lows with S&P, not that important. And then, all right. So 9:30. Between 9:30 and 9:35, 5-minute candles, you can see that Nasdaq makes a lower low from that candle, and these make higher lows. So that pushed us up, okay? And when we got up here, we had stalling of Dow. So if Dow is up here, you have a high chance of us reversing. That's exactly what it did. So in between these candles here, you're going to see a divergence. These are lower highs here with S&P, and then here you can see lower highs right there. with Nas, and then higher highs with Dow clearly. Okay, so that pauses and it freezes everything there, and then we just roll over. Then another continuation sell here. You can see that S&P makes, the 1050 macro just it's a little high than the previous candle, and the rest sold off. Well, actually, I should have put that on. It doesn't matter, but you can see Dow. There is a little higher high there, but I should just draw it here because this is equal. We didn't take out that high. I'll just put it there. It's not a big deal. But anyways, that's just part of the continuation. So-called resistance here, and then falling through with drives, right? And that's pretty much it. And then look at fucking Dow. All right, and then this right here had a nice little push up. I didn't look at the chart after this, so let me see. Is this it's not important. Anyways, and then dollar is kind of sitting there like about to fall, but it just came back in, so it's sitting there. And VIX, this is nonsense. I'm not even going to discuss this. I don't know what the fuck that is. And then Dow with a new high here. Beautiful, because they're expanding out. They want to continue. So another, general speaking, bullish day for them. A little easier. So this is considered for me a immediate buy, sell, buy. So buy, sell, and then, well, at the end, the longer the time goes, the less quality things look to pan out. And then S&P also with that nice high. But speaker, see that? We were on a very nice overbought there too. And then came underneath that low. So very, very, very common price action here, and very expected. You can see it. Don't ask me, oh, well, how did you know? Well, what do you mean? Look at it. Look at it. You got the drives. You have the equal lows. You have this high and this low, this origin here. Just, the suspect highs here. The algorithmic agenda that we accomplished, that I fucking drew and told people way in advance. You can't make that up, man. Notice how we reverse right from it. Look. You think that's, come on, buddy? You don't think I see that? Yeah. So just very common, because this is just a breakout area as well from this swing here. So I mentioned coming back into this 4-hour fucking candle. Go watch yesterday's video, dude. I know it's long, but I'm sorry to tell you, I don't know what to tell you. It's very specific. So that's a very high probability. And we're 930's here. 930 is here, dude. You think I'm fucking buying up here? I bought here, but for that agenda. And if it didn't keep going, then I know I'm coming down. Obviously. So I'll explain in advance. So we didn't get a closure above this 2.5 though. So, and I was mentioning that also in yesterday's video. So if we don't get a closure above 2.5, then we can come back to the 2, which we're kind of doing now, and then maybe even to this 101.5, which is what? You have an imbalance right there. You have an inversion on the daily. Let me move over. We can come back into this. Let me see. What are you doing, buddy? I mean, just saying, because it's a breakout. Right through. Change the delivery. Easily come back in and tap that as like a consecutive order block, right? And then, I mean, we'll see how deep they want to come here. So overbought now, you don't say. We're creeping into the oversold area. And here's a nice divergence here from this middle high, the second drive, and the third drive. Look at here. Well, you actually had it here too, on the first drive and the second drive. See that? All right, and then the third one works. See that? And then now they're coming down. They want to fucking do it at the end of the day. This is why I talk the way I talk, because they're fucking scammers. Would I want to try to catch this? I can, but I mean, dude, it's like that's why I don't play around. That's why I'm always in that window between 9:30 and 11:30, and sometimes I'll catch an 11:30 trade, but doesn't mean I'm gonna be trading after 11:30. Like I'll take an 11:30 in a trade because I know it might reverse or continue, but I'm gonna be holding it for the rest of the day. And if it doesn't work out, I'm done. I'm not fucking coming back in the PM session to trade. If I'm not already in the trade, I'm done because I'm not doing this. I'm not coming back at the 350 market on close. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not a fucking crackhead. Okay, I'm not a crackhead. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, it's just trading. You show up and you stay till work. No, dude, that's how you do dumb shit. And also, why? Unless your model is just coming in and doing the market on close only trade or a power hour trade. I mean, that's different. But at the same time, it's like, hey, listen, man. General traders are not fucking waiting all the way to the end of the day to trade another trade. I mean, I just think that's silly. I didn't jump in this business so I can fucking be a slave. So this is what they do at the end of the day. Okay. So and this is that there it is. There's your 10 minutes right there. Look at this. Right there at the last 10 minutes. You mean to tell me all day you did this, but then you want to do it the last 10 minutes, pussies? Oh, no, that's people settling there. Oh, man, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody settling shit. Get the hell out of here. Coming right to this day gap right here. Right? See that? Algorithmically, back to the -2. I mentioned it before we did it, didn't we? So there's that. And then why is this selling? It's retracing. We have expanded. We had a consolidation and reversal. And now, just to make it simpler, it's expansion to retracement. Doesn't matter what this thing does. It's just a retracement. You got the algorithmic flow. Look at the wick slapping on my 64th right here. Look, do you see it? I'm going to let you look at this. Take a look. If that fucking daily gap wasn't there, watch this. You see it? See it? Coming underneath. 128. Look at it. Zzz, boom. Comes down. Comes back up. Zzz, leaves. Underneath it now. Come on, bro. Snapping right to this 128. -2 standard deviation. And this other thing I was going to forget too was the -1 standard deviation here. So that's why the speaker could have been broader, because if you look at see the Asia standard deviations up here, so +1, +2, right there. We fell short of the 2. All right, and then on the right, on the other side of the speaker, you'll get to the -1, which is what we did initially. That's what this logic was as well. And then now we're hitting to the -2. So it's symmetrical, right? But yeah. Again, I'm not knocking people who want to trade the market on close. This is a great trade if you want to wait. It's only a 10-minute window from 3:50 to 4 o'clock. It's perfect. It's great, and you'll see them accomplish their agendas, and they wanted to come into this. All right, so into that, I talked about this 4-hour candle, man. So we are doing it now. That's why the delivery, when you see it suspect like this, also, this is not bullish. When you see this type of price, it's not bullish. But my point is that you got to get some type of retrace, in general speaking. So I'm immediately going to, okay, well, where are they gonna, and where are they efficiently going to deliver price to? That 4-hour candle. Now, if I refine that 4-hour candle, I'm gonna look on the 15 minutes. See this guy right here? What is this? It's a down candle. They just sealed it. Look how they just went to the bottom of that opening range, of that old gap, and it's coupled with my 64th. It's not perfect, but it's close. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. If you don't think that's fucking specific, as it is. So you just look at what's down here, and this inefficiency. They need to seal that. So now this is a breakout area. All right, and this is the 11 o'clock candle on top of that. All right, so they're referencing that time when they're doing what they're doing here. But it was given to retrace. Very, very common. So, and here's your 2 to 2.5. Didn't I just say that? I said, if we're really bullish, we'll stay here, right? But the price was here. Not doesn't look likely. So then I said, we'll come into here. I just said it before we did it, about while I'm making the video. But here also, I'll make sure I don't forget this. You'll see that when I made the video yesterday, let me zoom out for you. Right here, July 15, opening range gap. On the video yesterday, we tagged it here. See this shit? Boom, we tagged it. Okay? Tagged it. Then we came back into the lows here. Another reason why I'm targeting this level is because that is the settlement of that opening range gap day. And then guess what right here? Here's the other reason why that we hit a brick wall. I meant to lead with this, but I'm saying it now. All right, I'm gonna zoom in for you, so you know I'm not tripping. See that? This is a opening range gap above that previous one that I mentioned. We hit the 8th here, but we tagged it, but we're inside it. It's a brick wall. You're like, when is that? Where's that from? Right here. July 2nd. Ooh, time involved. Why? These motherfuckers on some bullshit. Now they're they're trying to get all this buyers at the last moment. But y'all couldn't have done that any other time. When they were doing this, I knew they were being pussies. I'm gonna say it clear. I don't have to fucking. I'm sorry if you got little kids listening or something, but that's exactly what they doing. What they did. I knew exactly what they're doing. That's why I talk this way, because that's some scamming hoe shit, and I'm okay with it. You might think I'm upset. I'm not upset. I just know what they're doing. That's it. And you will never be a part of all the market. I'm okay with. I understand that too. I'm not saying like I don't. I'm just saying like it's okay. So anyways, so brick wall there, and then here is Asia and London lows, clear, right there, clear. We rate that, and then the last part of the PM session. They want to come in and get into this, all right? And then let me see. Am I missing something here? You can look at this. Clear resistance here. Lows, buying. Underneath it, lower highs. Beautiful. Look where we, and then, did I didn't forget to say that, did I? Yes, this is also what I meant to lead with, is that this is that old opening range gap here, this one, this July 16th. Look at the high of it, my friend. Look at the high right there. You're telling me that when I put my little circle there, do you see us hitting that? Let me do this for you. See that? You really think that's buyers and sellers? Can't be. See that? Perfect. Boom. Bounce right on top of that bitch. Stop playing. Here's the controller price, this candle. Fanning this way. So fanning in a on the 4 hour, like you'll see it on the 4 hour too. No, not 4 hour, 1 hour. You'll see that this candle here, control. This 12 o'clock. All right. And then it's a control price. So we're fanning in, and we have a closure. See these two candles? They're closing below this. So it's not like we tagged it and we went up. No, we closed. So that's a change of delivery here. And then this is a lower highs. And then they're rolling over into this. So see how far they want to go here. So we have that inversion from July 16th, Thursday. That breakout level there. And then we have this hourly gap and balance. I'm not drawing it. I didn't draw the daily bullish. There's a daily bullish one here, but it's a pretty large one. They could come down now. Don't get me wrong. They can come down now. Oh boy. Here. Oh, there's so much I can say right now. I can make this video super long. What's the close here? 929. 929 and a quarter, and the open here is 930. Okay, so this is a bullish imbalance here. This is kind of muddy. And then we are creating one now, another bullish imbalance here. So, all right, big figure 1/8. So we'll see. So I'll draw it in a second. And then new highs. Yeah, roll right through, bullish. What was I about to say? So there's a daily gap. I mean, you know, it could bounce from here. It really could. This could be enough. So if I am to draw this, let's see here. Did good here. Again, the weekly has already been expanded. So now this is Wednesday. Thursday could just come back in the range, and then we buy up and then we settle. Maybe not even making a new high, and then we can gap up on Friday, on Monday. Yeah, I know it's today's Wednesday, and I'm already talking about fucking Monday or Sunday, but that's exactly the shit that they do. So, for example, I'm just gonna give an idea. Let's just say we do this. Now it's Friday, right? And then Monday gaps above, right to this motherfucker, I bet. I wouldn't be surprised. Above these equal highs here, right? But so looking forward to now, we're in a retracement phase, right? Get to oversold here, and then wherever it likes to stop here, and then fucking buy right back up. I don't know if it's gonna hit this level or not, but I mean, let's just keep it simple. And then obviously the ultimate goal is to come back above, right? But that's it. I'm not really gonna draw anything else. The only caveat is that we literally fizzle out, like where it's just like, you know, I don't know how I could explain it, but and then it's just like we close like this. So those are really the only two ideas that I'm looking at here. And lastly, I'll say is like, you know, this is a very difficult day. I'll just be 100 with you. It's obviously a very difficult day, but with experience, it doesn't become as difficult. Why is that? Well, because of the narrative that I gave you here. I mean, the fucking drives are pretty clear, and then the inefficiency, but at worst comes to worst, but this day could have literally shaked all day like this, right? And I actually thought it might do that too. But even on tough days like this, when you wait and you're patient and you let the flow go, right? If it's shaking out and ranging, that means it's going to go up and down, right? So if it's not going up, it's going down, right? And then and structurally, like, you know, this swing low and running through it, popping up here. When you draw on your chart, you mark your fucking chart. Okay, you have to mark your chart. If you're sitting here not marking your chart, dude, you are snoozing, because you're not gonna see things. Like if I didn't mark this, I wouldn't see the bodies being held, even though I could kind of see it. My point is that if that's a lower high, and that's the idea of a lower high, well, the new lower low is here, right? So, and this is a difficult fucking day, but you have to wait. Wait till after 10 o'clock if you want to. It's fine. Let it fucking do what it's doing. Let it fuck people. Let it shake out. Do whatever. I mean, I'm talking for anyone who's not experienced, right? This is how we still find trades on very difficult days. Period. I don't know if I can say anything else. 44 minutes. I can really keep going, and I'm not going to. Did I talk about this? Yeah. So this was kind of like a pumped up, right? What am I missing? I'm gonna miss something. That was sick though. Super fucking fire, buddy. Super fire. Let's see if they jam it all the way back up. Nah. Anyways, what was I gonna say here? All right. Look at the weekly open. Very close to that 50% of that. Up to this week's open. Very close to that that 50%. And I mean, to me, this is bullish, obviously. So I think we're gonna go straight up from here. So I mean, that's what I think. We could. Again, perfect world, bounce from here. Come a little bit lower. We'll see what they do. You guys take care. God bless.